Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm Stacy and this is the For Bricks and Giggles YouTube channel. For today's video, I kind of wanted to update you all on how I'm running my BrickLink store. I did a video about this really early into my channel, just when I was doing BrickLink part-time, and it was by far my most well-liked and most viewed video of all time. So I thought I would redo it and kind of update you all on, now that I'm full-time doing BrickLink and selling Lego in general, kind of how I do that. And this is not meant to tell anyone how to run their store. I'm not giving any kind of advice. So this is more just like for entertainment purposes and just to kind of see how I do it, but I'm, again, not advising anyone on how to run their own business. These are just some things that I have found that work for myself. And I really, really love doing BrickLink. I've been selling on BrickLink for closing in on 4 years. I actually opened my store on January 1st of 2018, so January 1st, 2022, it'll be 4 years. So just over 3.5 years, I guess, then. And at the time, I just uploaded 100 lots of just some random stuff I had around my house. You know, I'd been buying and collecting Legos since about 1998, so I've had tons and tons of bulk lot purchases and just random stuff we've gotten at yard sales and that kind of thing, and I was like, let me just sell a little bit of this off, and it immediately became an addiction to selling because it was just so much fun. I made a sale on my first day of having BrickLink, and obviously that's because I had my stuff priced way too low. I didn't really understand how to price things at that point. I was just giving it a try and see what happened. But I've been now doing this full time for probably about 3 months, so not a super long time. I've been working towards this for a super long time though. So I thought I would just kind of give you a general overview of what I would do in a day. I'm always constantly searching for bulk lots. I consider myself to be like a used Lego reseller. There are several different types of stores that people have. Generally, you've got the people that go looking for current sets that are on clearance, and then they'll part them out, and they tend to sell things in bulk. I like to buy big bulk lots and then sort through and pull out all of the more valuable pieces, so that I'm not spending a whole lot of time when pulling orders, as opposed to bulk lot resellers. Some of those orders can be very time consuming, which is not a bad thing because they will probably make a ton of money on those very time intensive orders. So I'm not saying that one is better than the other at all. It's just the way I like to do it. I average about $1 a piece. So when I make a sale, you know, I could have someone buying 5 pieces, but I'll probably make about $5 on the order. And so just time versus money, I've found that to be most effective for myself and most enjoyable. I love getting bulk lots in the mail and just getting to sift through them and see what treasures are there. And in my area specifically, we don't tend to get clearance sets, so parting them out would not be very easy for me to do because finding them is just not something I generally can do. So on an average day, I have anywhere from 100 to 200 pounds of random Lego already in boxes ready to be sorted through. So while I'm constantly looking for new bulk lot purchases, I like to have a store of already purchased stuff that I can be going through, so you never know where your next lot is coming from, so you don't want to ever be without stuff to upload to your BrickLink store. So I do have like a sand scooper that I use to pull out massive amounts of Lego, so I'm not having to use my hands, and then I will just dump it into a gigantic plastic tub. So this is actually one we got, or my brother got, in a bulk lot purchase. And so I'll dump new Lego into that bucket, use a little bit of dish detergent and warm water, and wash them. So generally I'd probably do this the night before just so they'd be dry for the next day, but let them soak for a couple hours depending on how dirty they are, and then dump them out into I have tons of old towels now just to let them dry. And usually I'll set them up in front of a fan because it'll just speed up the process if I need them ready sooner. So usually go between 3 and 5 pounds, put into a tub like that, and then let them dry, and then I will start going through and pulling out any valuable pieces that I know off the top of my head. I know this is going to be something I want to resale. So generally when I dump them into the tub though, I'll kind of sift through them and make sure there's nothing that could be electronic, pull out anything that's non-Lego, and maybe some of the minifigure pieces, trying to prevent those from getting damaged by being, you know, banged up against other pieces in the wash. But generally just go through them after that and start pulling things out after they're clean. I'll pull out everything I know is valuable for BrickLink and I'll put it in a pile, and then I generally will go through and start sorting things. So I have a list of different types of pieces that I will pull out and sort into different buckets. So I'll have one that's like just plain building blocks. So I pull out all the plain building blocks and put them together. Anything that's like a car related piece, or you know, like fire and rescue, police, I'll put those in a batch together. Anything that looks like it could be more of a girl themed Lego piece, I'll put those together. I pull out all of the tiles. I have so many different buckets, and so as I go through everything, I sort them into these different lots. So BrickLink is its own thing, and then everything else goes into little piles. So I probably have 15 different categories of things that I sift things into, and then I will later upload those once they hit a few pounds into those individual lots. I'll upload those to eBay and sell them off in bulk lots to people who are doing larger scale mocks, or you know, looking for cheaper stuff for their kids. So they're themed lots that can be used, but they're not going to be valuable pieces. So together they have value, but individually they don't really have much value. I generally try not to sell anything on BrickLink for less than 25 cents because I just don't find, for myself personally, it's worth the time of pulling a piece out for less than 25 cents. So that's kind of my rule of thumb. For minifigure pieces, because I have a different system of sorting those, I do sell some of those minifigure pieces for less because it's much easier for me to pull. I'm probably one of the few BrickLink sellers who doesn't have individual drawers for each of their pieces, but because I sell such selective pieces, more rare, more valuable pieces, I don't want to take the time to make an individual listing for each individual piece. It's not even worth my time. So that's why I only have a handful of the little tiny drawers, and I use those for minifigure pieces, but for regular pieces, it's just not been an effective way for me to sell because I only have 1 or 2 of each piece, so I don't need it to have its own little bin for each individual piece. Maybe, you know, a few years down the line, if my store gets massive enough, then I might be able to do that, but right now it just doesn't make enough sense for me to do that. So I will show you the store setup just so you can see that a little bit better to understand what I'm talking about. So here we have a few of the minifigure compartments. That's about it. But like I said, you know, I do average about $1 a piece, and I don't have individual drawers for each. And then the store itself is broken down by color. Again, that's what I've found to be most effective for myself. And I know for everyone it's different. This is just how it's worked best for me. I will be having to get larger tubs in the future just as things grow, but this has been working for the last 3.5 years, so I'm not going to change something that is already working. Here are some of the different types of pieces I was talking about. So I'll pull out all the girl related pieces, any plates, vehicle related pieces, slopes, and then I have some random themes, like this is Aqua Zone and these are like Duplo pieces. Not all of them are marked because I know the system, so I don't need them to be, but these are some of the other tubs that I have. And then I do also pull out all of the pieces I feel I could use to make ornaments, since I also do that on my Etsy store. So these tubs here are just broken down by basic color for any kind of ornament related pieces I think I might be able to use. I should also mention that I do buy some clearance sets as I find them, and so these up top are some clearance sets that I had found at a good deal, and I will eventually upload those as complete sets, but I usually wait a few years after they've been discontinued before I start listing them, just so I can make a decent profit on them. So I never want to price gouge, but I do like to wait until a set is discontinued and the price goes up a little bit before I try and resell any sealed sets. So generally people either do it that way, or like I said, they will part them out and sell, you know, just the individual pieces as a bulk seller. So this is just what works best for me. My time is super important to me, and I never want to dislike what I'm doing. And so getting to go through these big used bulk lot purchases is what brings me a lot of joy. I don't consider it work. I love getting up and getting to do this every day. So since that is what works for me, that's the way I'm going to run my store. So every day is a treasure hunt, and you know, I get to just sort through Lego that I never know what's going to be in each, you know, little batch that I pull through. So that's super exciting for me. I love that. If you are a bulk seller, I would be more interested in hearing how, you know, how much you love that aspect. I'll see people that they'll be like, just uploaded, you know, and it'll be like 10,000 pieces in a day. I'm like, I can't even imagine. On any given day, my store has, you know, about 7,000 pieces in it. But I am looking to grow that, and I have been able to grow that over the last several months more than I ever had been when I was just doing it part-time. So hopefully in the future it'll be even larger. This is just what I've found to be the most effective way for me to use my time. I can watch TV while I'm sorting stuff, listen to music or whatever, so it doesn't feel like work. I'm just like, every day I get to get up and I get to sort through Lego and then help someone complete a set. Usually I try and find stuff that's a little more vintage, but I do enjoy getting some of the new stuff mixed in as well. It is hard to find, so I do spend a lot of time searching for lots. The way the economy is right now, Lego is very expensive. It's only getting more expensive as we go. So as things change, I might have to change the way, you know, I'm running my business, but I love it. It's the most fun. Asked me, you know, 3.5 years ago if I thought this is what I would be doing with my life. It would not have even entered my mind, but now that I'm doing it, I can't imagine doing anything else. So I hope you found this at least interesting, maybe a little random information for you there if you're considering opening your own BrickLink store. I really like having the 3 different areas I can sell because I get to do something creative and artsy with it with my ornaments. I can bulk sell on eBay, anything, so I'm not having to count out pieces. I just know here's how many pounds it is. Take it or leave it. And then the BrickLink is the fun kind of getting to find those rare treasures mixed into these bulk lot purchases. So I kind of get to do all 3 aspects under one umbrella of For Bricks and Giggles, and then I get to share all of my experiences with you all here on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. So it's kind of getting to do 1,000 different things every day, which is awesome and fun, and it never gets boring, and I'm always finding new ways to share and grow. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.